You're not faithless. You're not lazy. You're not too picky. You're tired. You've waited so long for a wife that the hope went quiet. And somewhere in the last year, you started getting ready in private, where no one sees, for the idea that maybe this just doesn't happen for you. I need to talk to you before you do what tired men do. Because the tiredness is about to cost you something it swears it's saving you from. Son, look at me. I'm not going to tell you to have more faith. I'm not going to tell you to wait on God's timing, because you've heard that 1,000 times and it stopped helping somewhere around year 3. And I'm not going to pretend I don't see how tired you are. I see it. You did everything right. You waited. You worked on yourself. You served. You prayed until praying about this started to hurt more than the silence did, and so you quietly stopped, not on purpose. You just quit bringing it up. Because every time you asked and another year passed, it felt like getting a door shut in your face, and after enough shut doors, a man stops knocking. So now when you pray about everything else, work, family, the day, and you walk right past this one room without going in. Hear me, son. That silence is not peace. It's a wall, and the wall is exactly how tiredness rots into resignation. You didn't make peace with it. You stopped talking to God about the thing that hurts most. We're going to fix that tonight. But first, the lie. Because there's one hiding inside the tiredness, and it sounds almost true, which is why it's so dangerous. The lie is this: if God were going to, He'd have done it by now. The time that's passed is the answer. The silence is a no. You've been reading the calendar like a courtroom. 4 years, 6 years, however long it's been, and at some point it stopped feeling like waiting and started feeling like evidence. Evidence that God said no, or forgot, or is withholding because you don't deserve it. And once a man believes the elapsed time is a verdict, he stops guarding himself. Because if it's already a no, then lowering the bar isn't betrayal, it's just accepting reality. If it's already a no, then marrying someone to end the ache isn't a mistake, it's just being realistic. If it's already a no, then quietly letting go of God in this area isn't unbelief, it's just being mature about it. The time that passed is not the verdict. Delay is not denial. And I'm going to prove it to you from a man who believed God, a man who kept the faith and still got tired of waiting for it. Genesis 16, Abraham and Sarah. God had made them a promise, a son, descendants like the stars, and they believed it. That is the part everyone misses. This is not a story about people who lost their faith. This is a story about people whose faith stayed and whose endurance ran dry. 10 years go by, 10 years of holding on to a promise that keeps not arriving. Sarah is older now. The promise looks more impossible every year. And so Sarah does the thing a tired person does, and hear how reasonable it sounds. She says, "The Lord has prevented me from bearing children. Go in to my servant. It may be that I shall obtain children by her." In other words, God is taking too long. Let's help him. God, help him. Let's fix the thirst ourselves. And Abraham, exhausted, wanting the promise so badly, agrees. He takes Hagar, and Hagar conceives Ishmael. Now, watch what just happened, because this is you. They didn't stop believing in the promise. They got tired of waiting for it and fabricated their own version of it. They took a real thirst, and they dug their own well to end it now. And here's what that well held: conflict, pain. Hagar used and then cast out a woman wronged because two tired people grabbed her as a solution. A son, Ishmael, caught in a fracture he never chose. And generations of consequence flowing downstream from one tired decision made to end one long ache. Jeremiah 2, verse 13. God says, "They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters, and hewed out cisterns for themselves, broken cisterns that can hold no water. That's the whole danger, son. You're thirsty. The waiting is dry. And you've got two options. Before a long thirst, keep going to God's well, the one that feels slow and makes you wait, or dig your own cistern to fix the thirst tonight. And the cistern a tired man digs in a hurry? It cracks. It looks like water. It can't hold water. Hagar was a broken cistern. And there is one you are about to dig, and you have been calling it being realistic. There's a woman. Maybe she's in your life right now. Maybe she's just an idea you've been entertaining in the quiet. And here's the truth. You've been working hard not to look at directly at 28. You'd have passed. You'd have known clearly that she's not right for you. Different values. No real walk with God. Something in your gut that says, no. But you're older now, and you've been building a case. Maybe I was too idealistic. Maybe this is what realistic looks like. Maybe good enough is good enough. Son, look at me. She didn't get more right for you. You just got more tired. That is not discernment talking. That is exhaustion wearing discernment's clothes. Don't you dare call the lowered bar maturity. And you owe her more than that. She is not a painkiller. She is not a bar to be lowered to. She is a soul. A tired man is about to wrong by marrying her for the wrong reason. Don't dig the well, son. The thirst is real, but the cistern won't hold. Now hear me, because I just told you not to fix it yourself, and I won't leave you sitting in it with nowhere to take it. There is something you stopped doing, and it's the very thing that would help. You stopped telling God you're thirsty. Somewhere along the way, you walled him off from this. You stopped praying about it because the prayers felt unanswered, and that hurt. So you went quiet. You decided to handle the ache by not bringing it to him anymore. And that wall is exactly backwards. The wall doesn't protect you from the pain. It seals the pain inside. Listen to David, Psalm 13, a king, a man after God's own heart, and listen to what he says to God's face. How long, O Lord, will you forget me forever? How long will you hide your face from me? How long must I take counsel in my soul and have sorrow in my heart all the day? 4 times. How long? How long? How long? How long? That is not a man with strong faith pretending he's fine. That is a man bringing his exhaustion straight to God and saying it out loud. And God wrote it into his own book, which means you are allowed to say it. You are allowed to tell God you're tired without it being unbelief. But watch where David lands, because this is the move you stop making. After all the how long, he says, but I have trusted in your steadfast love. My heart shall rejoice in your salvation. He doesn't end pretending he's fine. He doesn't end having given up. He ends having brought the tiredness to God and chosen to trust anyway. That's the difference between lament and resignation. Lament is what faith does when it's tired. It is not a place to camp. The opposite of faith was never the how long. The opposite of faith is the wall, going silent and deciding to handle it yourself. Tear the wall down tonight. Tell him you're thirsty. Say it out loud, in the dark. No performance. Not the polite prayer, the real one. How long, God? How long am I supposed to do this? Did you forget me? Say it, son. Because David said it, and God wrote it into his own book, so you would know you are allowed. And here is the truth that breaks the lie open. Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 3. God answers a prophet who has been crying out about a promise that is taking too long, and he says this, "For still the vision awaits its appointed time. If it seems slow, wait for it. It will surely come. It will not delay." Read that carefully. If it seems slow, God built the assumption of this will feel slow right into the promise. He is not surprised that you're tired. He accounted for your exhaustion before he made the guarantee. And then it will surely come. It will not delay. From your seat in the dry years, it looks like a delay. From God's seat, it is exactly on time. The slowness you have been reading as a no is, to God, an appointed time you can't see the calendar of. You've been going to every wedding, smiling, celebrating, and then somewhere you started finding reasons not to go. Too far, too busy, tired. But that's not why, and you know it. You stopped going because every wedding had become a verdict proof, stacking up that it happened for everyone but you. Each one another data point in the case that God said no to your name specifically. Hear me, son. You have been reading the calendar like a courtroom and the elapsed time like a guilty verdict, but the time that passed is not the sentence. What looks like a closed door from your seat is an appointed time you can't see the date of. Stop reading delay as denial. Now, I'm going to be honest with you the way a father has to be. I cannot stand here and promise you a specific woman on a specific day. I won't lie to you to make you feel better. But I can tell you this, the delay is not the denial. And the God who said, if it seems slow, wait, it will surely come, is not a God who reads your years as a closed door. He reads them as a room you are still in. Don't walk out early, and whatever you do, don't burn the room down, digging a cistern on your way out. One more thing before I close. Don't decide anything about any woman tonight. Don't break anything off at 1 a.m, and don't propose to anyone to end an ache. The work tonight is between you and God. The wall comes down. The how long gets said. The decisions about her, whoever she is, get made in daylight, slowly, with wise counsel, not from exhaustion in the dark. Let me leave you where a tired man needs to be left. Lamentations 3, written by Jeremiah, looking at a city in literal ruins, the deepest exhaustion a man can know, everything he loved, destroyed. And in the middle of that, the lowest, most tired place in the whole Bible, listen to what he finds. Verse 22, the steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. And verse 25, hear this one. Son, it is for you. The Lord is good to those who wait for him, to the soul who seeks him. The Lord is good to those who wait for him. Not the Lord gives a wife to those who wait. The Lord is good. The goodness is the promise. The goodness comes new every morning, in the waiting, in the tiredness, whatever the outcome turns out to be. Picture tomorrow morning, son. You wake up, same apartment, same empty side of the bed, same weight you went to sleep inside of, and nothing about your circumstances has changed overnight. But there is fresh mercy waiting for you that wasn't there yesterday. God's goodness to you is not on hold until she comes. It shows up new at sunrise, whether or not the sunrise brings her. So here is what I'm asking. Don't dig the well. Don't lower the bar to end the ache. Don't marry a woman to use her as a painkiller and wrong her soul to soothe yours. Don't let go of God's hand because you got tired holding it. Tear the wall down. Tell him you're tired out loud, like David. How long, God? Stay in the room. The slowness is not a no. You're not faithless, son. You're tired, and God knows, and the tiredness does not get the final word. If this word found you tonight, type in the comments, I'm tired, but I won't dig a well that leaks. Say it until your spirit agrees with it. Say it until the lie that the silence was a no loses its grip. And son, if the tiredness has gone deeper than waiting, if it has become a heaviness about your whole life and not just this, hear me, that is worth bringing into the light with a real person. Not carrying alone in the dark, a pastor, a counselor, a brother who can sit with you. There is no shame in reaching for them. And if this message strengthened you, remember to like, subscribe, and share so other men can be sharpened by the Word of God.